and welcome to All the Trek, the show where I watch every episode of Star Trek until I am Roger Kobe! I'm your host, Bree, and today I am reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of Star Trek, the original series. Episode 5, Mudd's Women. In this episode, a space smuggler is brought aboard the Enterprise with his cargo, 3 beautiful women, and he concocts a shady deal with some lithium miners to prevent Captain Kirk from getting his spaceship batteries. Harry Mudd sachets onto screen in his Salvation Army Bandana ensemble and sends the male crew members into a tizzy, but not over Harry Mudd. He introduces the crew to his cargo, 3 women: Eve, the brunette, and the possibly British one. Mudd's women make some uncomfortable faces that are supposed to read as possibly seductive. They use a sassy lie detector test, and Eve feels guilty about lying to Captain Kirk. You know, the usual. The real meat of this episode are the lonely miners and their utter desperation to have lovely wives. Turns out that the ladies have been taking some Venus pills to pump up their looks since they've committed the unforgivable sin of just looking plain. Once the lead miner finds out that Eve isn't pretty and vain, he turns into a complete jerk. Well, he was a jerk already. Eve shows some serious girl power and tells him off. Then she takes a placebo Venus pill, and it turns out that she's pretty after all. Of course, after all of this, she ends up staying with the janky miner. This episode comes so close to hitting the mark, and then just completely loses sight of any morality at all. 3 stars for Harry Mudd's performance. It could have been 4. Eve, why have you forsaken me? Episode 6, What Are Little Girls Made Of? In this episode, the crew is on a search and rescue mission for Dr. Roger Corby. I would just like to point out that so far, the Enterprise has only gone where other people have gone before. Anyway, Nurse Chapel goes with Kirk to respond to the distress call, a red shirt dies, and everybody acts extra super creepy. Turns out there's a bunch of androids running around, and Kirk has another evil twin moment, only this time, it's a robot. Kirk instantly responds to the androids with violence. Christine responds with jealousy, and the Doctor responds with unsettling displays of power. Ultimately, the androids get too emotional and end up self-destructing. It's weird that they decided to do an evil twin story again so soon, but it does raise some interesting questions about the ethical limits of advanced science and technology. If they had just replaced or mixed the evil twin episode with this episode, it probably would have read much better. As it stands, I give this episode 3 out of 5 stars. Good plot, but repetitive devices. Thanks for watching All the Trek. Don't forget that you can check out what Megan and Alice thought of these episodes just by clicking the link below. And make sure to check out the Educating Geeks website for the rest of our content. You can also find us on social media through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, and Tumblr. Join me next week for another Trek Tuesday. Live long and prosper.